have a family living here for some time, at least for quite a while, at least from the early 90s. Not a family that interacts much. You know, they do their business. I'm hearing that they have a farm, livestock. Even those who work from the farm, on the farm, they're not even from the constituency. So the residents, many of them, may not have had, for the most part, a very intimate relationship. What the residents are saying is that the gunmen, there were 5 children in the house, and one of the children, the youngest, being approximately 6 months old, and that the gunmen put the baby in the stroller with the feeding, with wipes, diaper, told the children to take up their clothes and put them out of the house.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what a guan. A blessed and wonderful Tuesday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I have a story to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public, and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog, so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So we're going to talk about a case that has been tried in the Montego Bay Circuit Court, and this criminal element here presently on your screen was found guilty, hands down. All members of the jury found him guilty. Now this man is a citizen of the United States of America, and he has since been identified as Robert Benoit. Now, this man is said to be originally from Connecticut in the United States of America. Now, this case here, going from way back in December 2020. He was found guilty, and yesterday was supposed to be his sentencing. Now it is said that whilst he was in the court, a big brawl and uproar took place with him, and it seems as if he got mad on his lawyer, who is said to be Christopher Townsend. It is said that Townsend stated that it seems as if his client is now suffering from some sort of mental issue. Now, I could get into the meat of the matter as to what this man was charged for and why he was placed before the courts and found guilty. So I could get into the meat of the matter right now. So based on evidence unveiled in the matter, the incident took place in December of 2020, exactly 2 days before Christmas. Now, this case here is a hold on and take type of case involving Robert Benoit and a 12-year-old child from St. James. Now, the hold on and take here slightly different from the norm type of hold on and take, as the child was handed over to him by a parent for her to spend the night with him and come back home with money. Yeah, man. Now, according to Robert Benoit, who is said to be a regular visitor to the island, it is said that he was in the community to give care packages to people living in that impoverished area. It is said that the 12-year-old girl's mother is basically responsible for taking care of his home that he's staying, that is the accused man, Robert Benoit. So he rented a home, and the mother was the person taking care of the home, making sure the place clean, cook, wash, I don't know the whole 9 yards. And the mother gave evidence concerning that. She, however, denied knowing what transpired between him and their child. So according to the prosecutors, on the night of December 23rd, Robert Benoit visited the family's home, and according to the child, she was instructed by her father to spend the night with the 57-year-old man. He was 57 at the time. So she was instructed by her father at 12 years old, in my peeps, to spend the night with the 57-year-old great-old man. And, I quote, bring back the money, end quote. The child stated that right after the statement was made to her, it is said that Benoit brought her father a bottle of Magnum and left with the child. The young girl stated that whilst she was at the house in the night, she was awakened from her sleep by Robert Benoit, who was allegedly on top of her. She said that the man had intercourse with her. Remember, my peeps, she was only 12 years old at the time. Now, the following morning, the police, acting on information, showed up at the residence in search of Robert Benoit. When he finally emerged from the dwelling, the girl stated to the police that he was inside trying to find somewhere to hide her. Now, when the police asked the child if she was in a relationship with the 57-year-old man, the child hung her head in shame and remained silent. But when asked if they had intercourse, she nodded her head, and at this point, the 57-year-old man exclaimed in a loud voice, "Oh God, man," and started sweating profusely. Now, he was subsequently arrested and charged for having intercourse with a person under 16. As for the child's father, On the Spot News Media learned that he was hauled before the family court to answer to abuse of his daughter type of charges. The child is presently 14 years of age and is presently in the custody of the state. Now, what marvels me, my peeps, when the mother was questioned in the court, the mother denied any knowledge of what took place with her daughter and the man. Now your daughter never sleep there that night there. As a mother, you never question the father as to where your child was, and if the father told you that she's at the man's house, that never raise a red flag for you as a mother. Come on, mother. I personally think that you're a part of this whole scheme. You colluded with your man to sell your child to this man for money and a bottle of Magnum. How cheap can you be? Really sad. Now his case will be moved to the Kingston Circuit Court, that is a home circuit court downtown Kingston. And the matter will be called up again on Friday, September 29, as he has changed attorneys. So Friday, September 29 will be his date of sentencing. Now I have for you 2 letters that was penned by residents from his community in the United States of America, asking for his immediate release. So listen. One of the letters stated that Robert Bobby Benoit is an amazing community member that has helped our community to grow through hard times. While Bobby was on vacation in Jamaica as a tourist in December of 2020 to meet with friends, he was falsely accused by the Jamaican court officials for committing heinous crimes and is now forced to stay in police lockups. They stated that the police officers in Jamaica stole the man's passport, his money, and electronic devices against his own will. They also stated that at the time, since Mr. Benoit had been apprehended by the Jamaican police officers, he has continuously been abused to the point where he has numerous injuries across his body, to include a permanent damage to his left hand and a persistent cloudy vision to his left eye. They stated that they're asking the senator at the time, Richard Blumenthal, who is said to have represented Bobby's home state of Connecticut. They ask him to carry out bureaucratic processes with federal agencies that would help Bobby return to the United States. Another letter penned stated that Robert Bobby Benoit is an United States citizen who has been unable to travel back home since the year of 2020. He traveled to Jamaica several times over 15 years. He befriended a family and helped them in several ways, to include painting their home and buying them food. They stated that he traveled to the country in December of 2020, where he was lured to an unknown and isolated location with men who wanted to knock it and clap it on him. It is said that he was taken out of the situation by two girls that helped him to escape. It is said that he was able to arrive at home safely, but he was still with one of the girls. It is said that the girl stayed at the home of Robert throughout the night, and in the middle of the night, two men barged into the home and beat him up. It is said that they accused him, Robert, of having intercourse with the said girl. Now it is also stated that the girl was coerced by the police into making a verbal agreement to the accusation that he had intercourse with her. It is said that Bobby was targeted for his generosity to the locals. It is said that Robert's belongings was also stolen from him and searched without a warrant by the police. It is said that his credit cards, his passport, and electronics were all stolen from him. Now it is also stated that he was held in inhumane conditions. He was starved and beaten whilst in custody. It is said that he was denied his medications, which caused him to suffer a mild stroke. It is also said that his treatment by the police has caused him to develop injuries such as a permanent damage to his left hand and a cloudy left eye. It is said that he also suffered from a chipped tooth and a persistent black around his neck, and he also suffered pains. The persons who penned that letter also stated that because his passport has been stolen by the police, he has not been able to travel back to the United States. Robert reached out to his families, stated that person, for freedom and for assistance with his case. It is said that the main objective is to obtain a new passport for Robert. However, the police officers and several other parties haven't been cooperative with the process. He has been unable to report his passport stolen because the police officers stole it. Additionally, the police have actively been covering up for the robbery of Robert's belongings. Robert hopes to bring awareness to this inhumane treatment and received a new passport so he can be able to return home. Well, sad to say, Robert will not be coming home anytime soon, as he was found guilty in the Jamaican courts and will be sentenced in the Home Circuit Court on September 29 of this year. Yeah, man. So drop some comments in the comment section, my peeps, and make all a reasoning about it. Down there, so. So anyway, remember if you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in a subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.